Imagine calling your parents after a minor accident, talking to them on the phone as you walk through the night, and then, mid-sentence, disappearing forever. No struggle. No scream. Just silence. This is the unresolved disappearance of Brandon Swanson, and it remains one of the most chilling mysteries in America. Brandon Swanson was just 19 years old when he vanished on the night of May 14, 2008. A college student from Marshall, Minnesota, Brandon was studying wind turbine technology and had a bright future ahead of him. By all accounts, he was a kind, responsible young man, not the kind of person you'd expect to simply vanish. That night, Brandon attended a small celebration with friends to mark the end of the semester. By midnight, he decided to head home. It was a drive he'd made many times before, flat country roads, familiar territory. But something went wrong. Sometime after 1 a.m., Brandon accidentally drove his car into a ditch. He wasn't injured, and the car wasn't badly damaged, just stuck. So, he did what anyone would do, he called his parents for help. At exactly 1:54 a.m., Brandon's phone rang his parents' house. His voice was calm. He gave them a location he thought was near Lind, Minnesota, about 7 miles from their home. His parents got in their car and set off immediately. While they drove, Brandon stayed on the phone, giving them directions. But something strange happened. When his parents reached the spot Brandon described, he was nowhere to be found. Confused, Brandon suggested he would walk toward the lights he could see, what he believed was the town of Lind, and they should meet him there. He stayed on the phone with them the entire time, for 47 minutes, describing his walk in the darkness. During the call, Brandon sounded frustrated but not fearful. He talked about fences he was crossing, gravel roads he was walking along, and even mentioned hearing water, possibly a nearby creek or river. Then, without warning, his tone shifted. Brandon suddenly exclaimed, "Oh, SHT." And the call abruptly ended. Asterisk. Background. Silence, then faint ominous low bass sound. His parents immediately tried calling him back. Dozens of times. But Brandon never answered again. In the early hours of the morning, they reported him missing, but authorities initially assumed he was simply a teen runaway who would come home soon. They were wrong. Once the search began in earnest, Brandon's car was found, but nowhere near Lind. It was near Taunton, a town about 25 miles away from where he believed he was. How could Brandon have been so disoriented? Searchers brought in cadaver dogs, helicopters, and hundreds of volunteers. Dogs traced Brandon's scent along a gravel road to the edge of the Yellow Medicine River, and strangely, picked up the scent on the other side of the river as well. This suggests he may have crossed, but what happened after remains a mystery. Despite exhaustive efforts, no trace of Brandon has ever been found. No clothes. No phone. No remains. Nothing. One theory suggests he accidentally fell into the river and drowned. But if so, why was no body ever recovered? Another theory is far darker, that Brandon may have encountered someone while walking, someone with bad intentions. Yet no evidence of foul play has ever surfaced. In the wake of Brandon's disappearance, his family fought for changes to Minnesota law. Their efforts led to the passing of Brandon's law, requiring authorities to take missing adult cases more seriously and launch immediate investigations. Today, Brandon's parents still hold out hope for answers, but they know the odds grow slimmer with each passing year. How does someone vanish, mid-sentence, while their loved ones are listening? Maybe someday, someone will come forward. Maybe somewhere, the answers are still waiting to be found. Until then, Brandon Swanson remains a ghost on a lonely Minnesota road, forever walking into the dark.